So, hey, yeah, that title is not clickbait, actually. I am currently in the very, very, very early stages of working on a Pokemon ROM hack. And this idea sort of spouted from me and Alan. We haven't posted it yet, but we recorded some footage for both a new Mega Pokemon concept video for Legends ZA that's coming out, whenever that comes out, and then we also just talked more about like what we want and expect from the game and stuff like that. So that's going to be videos that'll come out eventually. But when we talked about it, I was having a lot of fun just like theory crafting this Pokemon stuff and building Pokemon basically that they're Mega Pokemon, so they're completely busted, and just having fun looking at Pokemon in general. By the time this goes out, you will not have seen our new Pokemon playthrough, but that also was kind of getting me itching for something like this. Plus, I like to write and I like to make teams and I like to do stuff. So, me and Zach and Alan, we were just hanging out and they said, "You should try and make a ROM hack." And I was like, "Okay." So, I've been working on it for about a week and a half now. Mostly just coming up with teams and premises and stuff like that. I haven't actually gotten into coding and learning about all that stuff yet. And yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to do this without knowing a single lick about coding at all, which makes me nervous. I am not really sure how it's going to go. I'm not sure if I'm going to be any good at it. Ideally, I would like to get to a point where I have people who are helping me, artists, sprite artists, and tile set artists and programmers who can help me make sure it's perfect. I still want to do most of the work, just to make sure that I'm actually not just like, hey, I just wrote this stuff. Can someone make an entire game for it? Because I feel like bad about that. But yeah, it's something I'm gonna be working on a lot during the summer. This summer I'm gonna have the entire summer off from my work because again I'm a teacher, so I don't have to worry about going to work or anything like that. Which is cool and exciting. So I'm planning on doing streams where I'm sitting and learning about, how to create maps and how to alter tile sets and how to change the code so that I can change starters and do all this stuff. And I'm drawing a lot of inspiration from this game. So first of all, the temp name I'm working on is Pokemon Warp. And the game is going to revolve around Hoopa as like its main theme. I know that Pokemon Unbound already kind of does this. I haven't played that game a ton, but Hoopa is just my favorite legendary, and I really like the kind of stuff you can do with Hoopa as a Pokemon. And so I'm taking some inspiration from like games like Radical Red and Reborn, which we played on the channel, and stuff like Drayano's, Blaze Black, Volt White, Solar Storm Silvers, Sacred Gold, all this stuff, to create a game that both has a super deep and interesting and cool story. That's the Reborn stuff, but also has these really difficult boss fights that you have to like plan for and stuff. And so that comes from Radical Red and the Drayano games. And I'm trying to mesh these together to a game where you have this really complicated story, and there's choices, and there's different paths, and there's new mechanics. There's one new mechanic, and maybe I'll add more as time goes on. Again, like I said, still in the very early stages, but that meshing that with difficult fights and having to like really like get competitive with planning your teams out and stuff like that, and having to damage calc the boss fights, because I seriously get such a kick out of looking at a boss fight and treating it like a puzzle, and you're given these specific pieces from your encounters and you've got to figure it out from there. I love that so much. Had so much fun playing Reborn. Every time we had to go through a boss fight, it was so much fun because it was fun just having to take that puzzle and break it down and figure out how to beat it. Planning for the Elite Four in that game was probably the most fun I've had playing a Pokemon game in a really long time, because it was so much time and doing damage calcs and writing notes and being like, okay, if this happens, then I have to do this. And that was so much fun. And I want to create that, but with my own vision, and not just have it be, so Radical Red is basically like the pinnacle of Pokemon ROM hacks at the moment, where it is the most fun and just in-depth ROM hack, all the quality of life changes you could ever want from a Pokemon game. coupled with just difficult boss fights and a randomizer mode that makes it feel endlessly unique and fun. And I want to couple that, that basically base Pokemon perfection that game has with the insane story that games like Insurgents and Unbound and Reborn do. And I want to put those together. And so I'm going to be updating you guys as much as possible on how this stuff's going. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to stream this just anytime I'm learning coding or trying to figure out like what I'm doing in general. I probably won't stream me when I'm working on the document where I'm writing down like the boss fights and the story and stuff, because I feel like that's a little bit of spoilers. I may show some stuff in streams, but for the most part, I just want to be streaming like me learning how to do the coding and maybe learning how to do sprite work, so that, because I wanted to introduce new obviously everyone, when they make a ROM hack, they want to bring Mega Pokemon back. I'm bringing Mega Pokemon back. I'm making my own Mega Pokemon, so yeah, I just want to let you guys know that this is a new sort of thing that we're going to be working on. It's going to be partly integrated into the channel to an extent, and I'm super excited to get on with it. I'm having a hard time focusing right now because I got literally an hour and a half of sleep last night, so that may be why I'm a bit rambly and not talking super loudly. So I'm sorry if you have to like crank up the volume so you can hear me properly here. But yeah, so I just want to let you guys know that I am working on a ROM hack. I'm super excited. Like I said, the temp name is Pokemon Warp, mostly just because the evil team is called Team Warp. I may think of another name like Pokemon Hoopa edition. I don't know, something stupid, because I keep calling Pokemon Unbound. They already have that. I need to finish that game to see if to make sure I'm not making something that's too similar. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Just wanted to let you guys know. Also, I just kind of didn't have a video for this Thursday, so yeah. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have been enjoying the stuff. Like I said, new Pokemon series starts next Monday. Now the description's done. We are so excited about that. Resident Evil 4 is still going. That's great. Demon Souls, super awesome. All these great stuff. The last Bloodborne episode that went up this week is actually popping off with views, which makes me happy. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for some Resident Evil 4. Bye!